Hello, good evening, and welcome to Troubles in Otari, the continuing adventures of Veg and the Squirrel Gang. So named because of the high proportion of neurodivergent people in the group. Although, and also, that's not even the whole story. There were also many squirrels in our previous campaign before we started doing Pathfinder. And there may be more squirrels to come. There's squirrels everywhere. Tons in my head at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking nonsense and we're going to see if we can recap on what has gone before, because this is our first session of 2024. We've managed to have to cancel the last couple of weeks. But hopefully we will get a nice run now before any cancellations happen again. So, who wants to have a go at reminding us what happened in the previous session?
I have a vague memory. So we went to go pick some fire mushrooms or something on a hill for the hipster fella that runs the brewery in the town. And when we got there, there was a big rock in the side of the hill that was not in the side of the hill anymore, and it led to some sort of cave, and we went inside and we had a fight with some skeletons, including one at the back that looked a bit meaner than the others, so we tried to kill him first.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So you spoke to the proprietor of the Crow's Casks, which is one of the bars in, at least I think you did, in Otari. I've completely forgotten their name. But they gave you a mission to go and get some mushrooms, didn't they? So, is it Magaloy? Magaloy's mushrooms, that was it. So, Magaloy wanted you to go and get some mushrooms. And you set out to get some mushrooms. You found the remains of some thoroughly picked mushrooms by the outside of the tomb. Like you said, the barrow is open where previously it had not been, and so you went inside to find out what was what, and were immediately attacked by some skeletons, which is exactly what you expect to happen when you step into a place of burial. And it's almost a disappointment, bit of an anticlimax that doesn't happen in the real world. But either way, allow me to place you back where you were at the barrow, and I will try and zoom in a bit on the viewer screen. And then we can get back into it. So let's stretch out this turn order so that it's actually visible on the screen. Let's put it in the corner there. And there we go. So, according to the turn order, which I have no reason to believe to be incorrect, it is Lolry's turn.
Okay. What we doing? Sorry.
So, can you see the screen?
Yes, I wasn't here last session. So we've got 2 skeleton dudes. Is that what's left?
So this is a dead skeleton. This is a dead skeleton. This is a surviving one. Cool. And this is another kind of dude who I shall blow up.
I mean, aren't they all dead in a way?
I mean, they are absolutely all dead.
Okay, no longer a threat.
I mean, they're all dead, but some are more dead than others, shall we say.
Cool.
They're all dead. Everybody's dead, though.
We were literally watching Red Dwarf while we ate dinner tonight. And then he's a skeleton as well, isn't he? Oh, that one's a skeleton. Why is that not working?
You get a skeleton, and you get a skeleton, and you get a skeleton, and you get a skeleton. and
Cool.
they're all skeletons. But yes,
Yeah.
so yeah, this one here seems to be more powerful. Seems to be the leader.
Well, I'm nowhere near that one, so I'm going to move to this one.
Cool.
And does anyone remember what weapon I had out? Hang on, before I do that, who was playing me last time?
Probably me.
What weapon did I have out?
I cannot remember.
I can scroll up the chat a little bit and see if I can work it out, because
if
there
it
is.
short sword, but if not, that might.
So, what colour would Lolry have been?
I don't like to have screen all black and not see anything inside.
No, you should be able to see things. So,
Only see tiny circle around me.
that's probably because Ardria does not have night vision. The last
not
attack
cute.
that I have found is Lolry's short sword, so I think you must have been using your short sword. And does anybody have a torch going or anything?
We've got the blue torch in our inventory, haven't we?
Yeah, there is. There's like an ever-burning torch, isn't there? So 3 of the party can actually see in the dark, and 1 of the party can't. So
in that case, I'm assuming we would have given the torch to Ardria.
that would seem like a sensible thing to do.
Mm.
I tell you what, let's assume that Ardria has a torch. Otherwise, it shall be. It shall be. Otherwise, it will be very annoying that she can't see anything. So there we go. Hopefully that has given you some dark vision.
I can't recall anything seen like this before. I must have fallen asleep.
It is.
Wow.
It wouldn't have been the first time, but
Oh dear, sorry.
but you do have a very early start, so allowances can be made.
Okay, so as I have my short sword out, I will hit him with my short sword.
Very good.
That one. He's not faceted. Oh, damage.
So, despite the fact that the chat says that the skeleton guard is dead, he is in fact not, because piercing is not.
They've got nothing to pierce.
Yeah, they don't really have any organs or skin or anything, so piercing is not very good against skeletons. So you feel like your attack may not have been particularly effective.
But it did something. No?
You might have knocked a tiny chip of bone out or something, but it certainly was a suboptimal attack.
As long as it did some damage, because that's all I've got. Pretty much all I've got. I'm just going to hit him again with my short sword. Because Pardon?
You have got a bear,
Who's nearly dead?
but he could do extra precision damage if he was standing near you, couldn't he?
No, because he's nearly dead, and so until I can heal him, he stays out of battle.
Okay.
I will consider divorce if the bear dies. Anyway, so short sword. I'll try hit him again. That's all I've got. So that's attack number 2. I'll probably miss. I might chip away at him. If I can just chip enough bone off, we'll see. No, I missed. That's neat.
Okay, so let's move on to Baroque Gomrand, Dwarf Champion.
So the skeletal fella above me appears to be somewhat bigger than the others, or more powerful in some way.
He's better dressed and seems a bit more with it. May I lower your shield?
Ooh.
There we go. Because it would come down when you started your turn automatically, wouldn't it? I think so. I need to find a way to make that automatic, but I don't know how.
I'm guessing I would have had a focus point coming in because we didn't have a fight on the way in.
Yeah, if you haven't used it, then you still have it, I guess.
I don't remember using it, and I guess I might have used it at the previous encounter, but then we had to travel over here, so
Yeah, and it comes back after 10 minutes, doesn't it? So it should be fine.
yeah, I can refocus in 10 minutes, so. Can I use lay on hands on the skeleton above me, the better dressed one?
Ooh.
Oh.
So, if you lay on hands him, what with his negative healing, that will in fact do him damage.
So the description says.
If you use lay on hands on a willing living target, you restore 6 hit points. If the target is one of your allies, they also gain a +2 status bonus to armor class for 1 round. Against an undead target, you deal 1d6 damage, and it must attempt a basic fortitude save. If it fails, it also takes a -2 status penalty to armor class for 1 round. Okay, so let's have 1d6 of damage.
Because I'm level 3, is it now heightened? Because it's half your level rounded up.
I thought it was half your level rounded down. Hold on. Heightened spells.
It might be rounded down, I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
I'm just trying to find a thing. So, so many words. In addition, many spells have additional specific benefits when they are heightened.
Reddit thing that says it's half your level rounded up. But
Ah.
that's Reddit, so that's not necessarily.
I'm obviously looking in the wrong place because I've just looked at heightened spells and it doesn't say anything about it.
No, I'm looking at the same heightened spell thing there.
Because I'm on Archives of Nethys and I cannot find the word rounded. Oh, I just typed in rounded and it's just found the word wounded. Actually, I didn't want to search. What I was trying to do was search for the word rounded on the page. No,
Yeah,
it's not that
found
one.
one on-
Control F. There we go.
Found one on the Paizo forum that says that it's rounded up.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
there we go. Champion classes. It is in champion classes.
Oh. Champion.
Somewhere. I think cause data because of division spells. Focus spells are automatically heightened to half your level rounded up. Certain feats can give
Cool.
you focus spells, yada yada yada. But that's on Archives of Nethys.
Cool. So if it is half your level rounded up, that would make it level 2. What does it do at level 2?
An extra D6 according to the spell description that's in the chat.
Yeah.
So I could have gone better.
So where does it tell you the extra dice bit? Oh, is that heightened? The amount of healing increases
effects.
by 6 and the damage to an undead. Right, got it. Okay. Blind as a bat. I'm wearing my glasses and I still can't see it. So I should have gone to Specsavor. So that is 4 points of damage and he has to take a check. That check is...
Can I hero point a damage dice? Because that one is
don't
pretty poor.
think you can. I think you can only hero point.
That's fine. We'll call it
Uh,
4 damage.
I think it's only when it's a d20 roll. Um,
I've still got to hit him a few times yet.
that is true. Okay. So under the heading hero points, it tells you to look somewhere for how to use them or when to award them, but it doesn't say anything about what they actually do, which is
Fine, we'll
exactly
save it for another time.
okay. So he is going to take a fortitude saving throw. I am looking at the wrong character sheet. Come on, fortitude saving throw. Cha-ching. So that did that as a secret roll. But can you tell me what your DC is?
I don't know.
Ah. Let's have a quick look at your character sheet and see if we can find it. So
Class DC 19.
that is probably what we want.
Because it doesn't really mention. There's spell DC. It says base 10, but
Yeah, that's because you are not
I don't really
trained
cast
in.
a spell.
Yeah, you're not trained in any arcane traditions, so that is just showing 10 because that's the base number you use to work it out with.
Yeah.
So, you would also add to that your spellcasting ability modifier and your proficiency bonus. But oh, I think you might even get your level in there as well. But that's part of the proficiency bonus. But since he's not a spellcaster, that bit's blank. But you got the DC is 19, and he got 19. So his armor class remains the same as it was, but he took the damage. Action number 2.
He is flat-footed against my attacks.
He is, for he be flanked. Oh, nasty. Okay. So
And then we will go for the... How much health have I got? Let's have a quick look. Oh, current 25. Let's just raise my shield as number 3. That would be me done.
cool. Okay, we move on to the white then, for that is what he is, because it says in the chat. So no point trying to conceal it. So, did I go as far as to create some scripts for this? Apparently I did. So, he is going to do some attacks. So, claw attacks coming. One for Feg. Okay, so Feg is scratched by the white. Can you please take a fortitude saving throw?
I can try if I remember how.
So open your character sheet, and I think they're in the middle pretty much.
Got it. It's alright.
Groovy. $13. So, oops. Sorry, I'm fiddling with charging cables on my desk, which I should not be doing. I should be paying attention. Pay attention, John. Okay. The DC was slightly higher than that, so I'm afraid you are drained 1. Unless you are already drained, in which case you are drained 2. But I don't remember you being drained already.
No, I don't think I was.
So we need to add the drained status to you. There we go. That will... what does it even do? Let's have a quick look in here. Remind ourselves what drained does. I've got two different versions of this, because there's one version from the player core and one version from the... I'm going to look at the legacy one for now. Oh, okay. So, I didn't know it did that. So drained 1 means that you lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value. So you would lose 3 hit points, and your maximum hit points would also go down. Has it done that automatically is the question. Let's see what happens if we turn it off. Yeah, it did that automatically. That is cool. So drained 1 takes away some of your, reduces your hit point max automatically. You lose 3 hit points as if damaged. There we go. So you have been drained. And you will remain drained for a little while. We need something to signify that. I'm going to use the exhaustion marker. That's only my first attack, so we are going to do something again. Now, do you remember what your hit points? I think you had 33 when we started. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Or maybe slightly less than that. So the white is going to try his luck with Brock. Because Brock is flat-footed. Oh, he misses. Okay. And then the white is going to try one more attack on Feg, which is probably a bit pointless, because attack number 3 is so rarely a hit. But he's going to give it a go anyway. Oh dear. Well, it wasn't a nat 1 fumble, so I'm not drawing any crit cards. But, there we go. He is done. We move on to this chap here, who is standing behind Brock, ready to try and give him a bit of a stabbing with the scimitar. So, scimitar coming. Attack number 1. Flat-footed, yes. Will it hit? Blimey! Okay, yes it did.
Glimpse of redemption. Glimpse of redemption.
Can I glimpse of redemption myself, or is that an ally?
Let's have a quick read and find out.
Enemy damages your ally. Doesn't say me specifically. So I think I take it, but I can.
It was hero point it.
I don't think I can hero point his rolls, can I?
No, I think you can only
No.
hero point your own rolls.
Well,
Or
I can-
occasionally he's very nice and lets it do it to your allies. Give a hero point.
Oh, you can give someone else a hero point, but you can still only use it on your own rolls, I think. Hold on, what's this here? Is this real? I've just found a
Or is it just
website.
fantasy?
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I'm looking at a Pathfinder second edition thing here. It says here, act out of turn. You can spend a hero point to take your turn immediately. But I think that's Pathfinder first edition. Except I didn't think Pathfinder first edition had. Ah. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna click back and pretend I never saw that. Shield block! Okay, while you have your shield raised, you would take damage from a physical attack. You snap your shield in place to ward off a blow. So, you and the shield each take any remaining damage. So the damage is 12. What's the hardness of your shield?
7.
7. Ooh!
7.
So you would only take 5, so you get 7 back. I will do that now, so you have 7 hit points back. You and your shield each take 5, so Brock's already taken it, you just need to take 5 hit points off your shield.
Already done it.
You've already done it! Good man! Okay, lovely job. So, Skeleton Guard managed to give you a whack, but you protected yourself with your shield. He is going to try that again, because that's what he does. That's what he feels
It
like
is what he
doing.
does.
That is what he does. He swings the scimitar, he does the stabbing, that's what he does. Well, it's not really stabbing with a scimitar, is it? It's more kind of... Oh dear, well with -10, he wasn't going to have much luck there, was he? So, we move on to Ardria. Hopefully you can see the map now.
Yeah. Is this 2 monsters?
Indeed.
Oh, and this one.
And that one.
Okay, let's see what we can do. I think I will attack this one
Cool.
with baseball.
Phase bolt. So 13. Let's check the armor class here, make sure I've got this right. 13 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So what?
And then I will turn around in circle, thinking, oh dear, not good. So that's my third move
Okay,
round.
cool. So skeleton guard number 3 is...
What's the symbol he has? He has a little thumbs down. Is that just because he's a baddie?
That is to remind us that he is flat-footed.
Oh, so my attack should have been flat-footed on him.
It makes no difference because you hit him anyway. Because all flat-footed does is
Reduces armor class by 2.
reduces their armor class.
Ah.
So it made no difference in that instance. But
Why is he flat-footed? There's no one behind him.
well, flat-footed, the condition can affect people who are not flanked. It has other
Oh, so
purposes.
something happened to him that made
Yeah.
him flat-footed.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think it was a fumble.
Probably a fumble.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
So
is just
scimitar
pocket.
coming your way.
Yeah.
Oh. So he is not a named character, so I'm not going to draw a card for him, but he is suitably abashed at his complete failure to hit you.
Makes him more angry.
2 in a
Not having
row.
a good. It's not having a good day.
I mean, it's
Wait,
one
the-
better than the previous roll.
Yep.
Wait for the third one to like. Laurie takes 20 points of damage.
This could be negative. I think the only way he can actually hit you is with a natural 20 now.
There you go.
Okay.
Apologies, I jinxed you horribly there.
Thanks, John.
Yeah. So yeah,
Got
he
a
got a
critical hit.
16,
Yeah.
and that became. I don't think it should actually be critical damage though, because 16 against armor class 20 would have been a miss. The fact that he rolled a natural 20 upgrades his success from miss to hit, but I think that is a regular hit, not a critical hit, because a crit upgrades your level of success. It doesn't automatically cause double damage. So we're going to give you some
It
hit
should only
points
be
back.
9.
Yeah.
Yay. So it's only 9. Okay, that's
Yeah.
not so bad.
So 9 hit points coming back to you, just done.
Thank you.
And did you do it as well?
No, I haven't touched it.
Okay, cool.
I was
So-
on 44. I was on full health.
Oh, cool. Right, makes sense.
Right.
Okay. So he managed to get a hit. I think his flat-footedness ends now. For 'tis a new round. On to Feg.
Well, Beg's feeling a bit weird because of being drained. He doesn't know it's drained, but he just feels a bit weird. He's a bit wobbly on his feet, and he's, as a consequence, he's going to do something random. So, can I headbutt the guy beneath me, please?
You can. I mean, I guess that's going to be an unarmed attack. So I think you've got a button for unarmed. Yeah, you've got a button for unarmed strike. So go ahead. He is flat-footed because you are flanking him.
He's about to be flat-faced as well.
Did you say he is flat-footed?
He
Yes.
is. Yep. Impressive.
I mean, you have got a hero point.
Is that a card?
If you don't hero point it, that will be a crit card. Yeah, that will be a fumble card.
What if it says he has to drop his weapon?
Drop my head.
Yeah.
He will be immediately decapitated. Nothing so awful as that, I'm sure.
Nah, just leave it. I'll take the card. It's fine. Take my chances. Like I said, I'm feeling weird.
Wait a minute, I should let you draw your own card. So, draw yourself a crit card from the quit deck, which is in the corner. Try and pop it on a visible part of the screen, because you will be able to drag it with your moose. So if you pop it here somewhere, then I can blow it up and show it to everybody. There we go. So, cha-ching. That is probably too small to read, but
You headbutt yourself.
He sneezed.
See, that's going to be an impressive feat. Yeah.
Oh no, isn't he unarmed? So isn't it you slowed
he's
one until
he's
the end of your
unarmed, yeah.
turn?
So he
Yeah.
is
So he just
slowed
sneezed.
one. Yeah.
And punched himself in the face, it looks like, from the little fist.
So let's give you a slowed status as well.
It's all the dust we're kicking up from the undead.
Yeah.
Yep, they are dusty boys.
Mm.
So you being slowed means that on your next turn you will have one less action. But for now you can carry on as I understand it.
Well, as I was so spectacularly bad at that, I might have to try again.
That is an improvement.
For my last action, can I jump up and down and sulk? You know, like a 3-year-old would, that he's not getting his own way and it's not fair.
Okay, you can do that.
That feels like a free action, but okay.
I think crying is a free action.
Yep, tears of despair are a free action. I seem to be stealing your card. Well, that's not actually what I planned to do at all. What I planned to do was bring all the cards back. How do I do that? Oh, it's gone. There we go.
It's because I clicked it.
Ah,
It
right.
gave
Back
me an
to,
option to let it go. So
yeah, I don't understand why that is a thing you can do, but on to Lolry.
Okay, 2 questions. They have a scimitar as their weapon.
Yes.
Is that right? Second question. How held together are the skeletons? Like, are they just skeleton-y? Are they decrepity? Like, how sturdy are they?
I feel like I probably need some context for that question.
So, what are my general chances if I was to try and steal either his weapon or his neck? And would that use my quite high thievery skill points? I'm trying to look, because obviously piercing does nothing. I'm like, I'm good at thieving stuff. Can I steal his neck bones?
I mean, you can make a disarming attack, can't you?
Yeah.
Can I steal his bones? That sounds more fun. Technically, it's theft. If he's quite decrepit and not held together very well, I might be able to like swipe them from him, but I don't know if that would class as thievery. And if not, can I steal his weapon? Trying to think outside the box.
That's good. I like it a lot. I'm just trying to find out how disarm works. There is
Can I steal his knee down? Could I steal that bone from him so he falls over?
I thought you could literally disarm him.
Oh, so I could steal his arms. I think that might be strength, and my strength's not so great.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can.
Whereas my thievery is very good. So if I could steal his weapon,
It could be a reflex thing.
So it's possible you might need a feat to do this. There is a feat that fighters get called disarming twist.
yeah, I checked my feats. None of them are relevant for this dude.
So that is fighter feat disarming twist. Something there called disarming stance, but I assume that's a monk thing because they have stances. Oh, it's a fighter stance. Okay.
Sorry, I'm completely irrelevant. Like gone off topic. I have a shield. I think obviously I got that last time and I haven't used it. Am I meant to be doing something with that? Like Sam lifts his shield, but is that a special thing you do?
That is an action to lift your shield, and that increases your armor class. You don't get a default armor class improvement.
So I could be using my shield as my third action when I don't need to move. Sorry that I moved you off of that. Sorry.
Sorry.
I've been studying my character sheet trying to figure out what I can do to this dude. Can I hit him with my shield? Because that would be blunt force rather than stabby.
That is true. So, where is your shield? Where did you find a shield?
It says shield equipped in my armor class. And I remember we did something. This is like 2-3 sessions back when, like, to the last session I played.
Right.
I remember something.
That word equipped there doesn't mean that you have a shield equipped. The words next to it will be what you have equipped. So if you see in the box above,
Damn it.
it says equipped studded leather armor.
Yeah, study level armor, backpack, longbow. I thought I had a shield. Okay, I don't have a shield. Right. So back to the stealing his neck bones. Can I
Okay,
steal his neck bones?
so I am looking for actions. I think he's probably well enough put together that just stealing bits of him
Isn't gonna work.
is
Can I
probably
steal
not
his
going to work.
weapon?
But well, I'm
What to
just.
steal his weapon?
Are you proficient in athletics?
Yes. Oh, acrobatics. Oh, I am proficient in athletics as well. Acrobatics, athletics,
So
stealth,
you,
and
so you're,
thievery.
so you're trained in. Oops, you are trained in athletics.
Yes, T5.
Okay, that is good to know. And so there is a trained action that you can do with athletics.
Ooh, what is it?
So disarm, one action. Requirements: you have at least one hand free. The target
Yep.
can't be more than one size larger than you.
Same size.
You try to knock something out of the opponent's grasp. Attempt an athletics check against the opponent's reflex DC. So, critical success, you knock the item out of the target's grasp and it falls to the ground in the opponent's space. Success, you weaken your target's grasp on the item until the start of that creature's turn. Attempts to disarm, gain a +2 circumstance bonus. Critical failure, you lose your balance and become flat-footed. So failure, nothing happens. So, okay, you can attempt to disarm him using your athletics trained action of disarm.
Cool. So do I click athletics?
Yes.
Do I click athletics 2, 3, or just athletics?
Well, technically this is like an attack action, so but it's the first action you're doing this turn, so so not the 2.
Cool.
If you try it a second time, it would be
Then, yeah. Ooh.
17. Okay, let's find out what his reflex thingy is. So
Be less than 17.
his reflex DC would be his reflex modifier +10, I think. And that means that you have failed, I'm afraid.
Oh, damn it.
It was a worthy attempt, but he's just
I was going
holding
to grab
too
it
tightly.
and then he'd be unarmed. Okay, fine. So I can't use my short sword in a blunt way, can I? Like I can't whack him over the head with it rather than try and stab him. It's always piercing. It can't be like blunt. I've got everything I've got is pointy.
So I am not sure exactly.
Like rather than trying to stab him, can I like whack him on the side of the head with it, which would be blunt force?
Well, in a Pathfinder game that me and Michaela used to be in ages ago, you used to be, well, Guy used to let us attempt to hit things with the flat, you know, like the flat edge of your sword, for example. But it will definitely give you a penalty to attack.
Might as well try it because piercing's not doing a lot to him. So can I try and like whack him about the head in a more blunty way rather than a stabby way? How do I do that?
How do you do that? So I think what you would have to do is it's an improvised weapon which you are technically not proficient in. You have a what happens if you attack with a weapon you're not proficient with?
You become feg.
You don't get your proficiency bonus, I would imagine.
Yeah. Non-proficient weapons. Pathfinder 2E. When using a weapon with which you are not proficient, you take a -4 penalty on attack rolls.
So I'm less likely to hit him. I'll just stab him with the sword. Because it's doing something, even if it's not doing a lot of damage. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. I could punch him unarmed. I could do a feg.
Yeah,
But
you
with
can do
not
an
my-
unarmed. You can do an unarmed
Yeah.
strike because unarmed
I'm
strikes.
gonna try and punch him. I do that because it's not doing the thingy is not really doing anything. So this is attack number 2. Who's not perfect? No bonuses. Oh. Punch him again. That's right. 3rd, right? Yep. Punch him again. 3rd. I'm gonna fumble, aren't I? Now I've said that, I'm definitely gonna fumble. Right. Well, I tried. So I
Hooray, it
just
wasn't a
swing
fumble.
wildly at him. Just like,
So
that's
you kind
me.
of try to give him the old 1-2.
Yeah, I tried to disarm him. It didn't work. So I went, smack, smack.
Worth a try.
Mental note: get some bludgeoning weapons.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things that comes up extraordinarily rarely in 5th edition, but comes up a lot more often in Pathfinder. So, okay, let's move on to Brock.
So I will drop shield. And then just twat the posh looking one.
Cool. Give him a smack. Ooh. Unfortunate.
Can we hero point it?
If you want.
I'm going to have to use them, so I'll just make this attack one again.
Cool. Oof. So, he takes a bit of a smack.
And then hammer attack number 2.
Stop. Hammer time.
What?
Ooh. You still have 1 action left.
That will be raising my shield. I'm done.
Groovy. Okay. It's the White's turn. His skull looks rather cracked. He looks over at Feg, who looks a bit weak, so he thinks, I will see what I can do to this chap. He... Ooh. So, can you please take a fortitude saving throw for Feg? You pass. So,
A fortuitous.
yep. Or fortitudinous. Is that even a word?
Is
It can
now.
be.
When a white damages a living creature with its claw strike, some things happen which I shall not say out loud. Okay, so your drained status does not increase. He's going to try and do that again.
Did it auto drain him?
His drain status doesn't change, so because he passed his fortitude save, so he continues to be drained 1. He takes the damage from the...
Did it automatically?
Yeah, the life drain effect didn't affect him, but no, it doesn't do it automatically. It does the slashing damage automatically from the scratchy claws, but I have not got quite gone quite so post-curricular with my scripting for Pathfinder because I don't know the rules quite as well. So in 5th edition, there's all sorts of complicated stuff, but in this, it just kind of says, just kind of points at what needs doing to remind me to do it. Oh, blimey. Okay, Constitution saving throw for Feg, please, just to see whether you get any further.
Is it?
Is it?
Is that what
But
he needs to do?
but is it? Um,
Is it?
I think he's just going to take it on the chin. To have Feg down.
I seem to think I've got some sort of proficiency or something somewhere about this one that means I don't go down to
Nope.
0. I go to 1 or something.
No.
Wasn't that
no.
a 5e half-orc thing?
That is a 5e thing. You're dreaming of past lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is relentless endurance or something. That is a 5th edition thing.
No, I'll do the Constitution thing simply because all I was going to do on my turn was stick my tongue out at him and then kick him really hard in the leg. So,
Oh, you have to take a fortitude saving throw anyway. So, there we go. You pass. So you are not drained any further, but you are unconscious at the moment. Yeah, the white is slurping your life essences.
so I've got to do the Constitution one as well.
What Constitution one?
Did you say I need to do a Constitution save or something as well?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Alright. Okay.
There will be a death save coming up at some point.
Oh, I know that.
But so the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. So you are resistant. You might not actually have gone down. So you are resistant 5. So you're resistant to slashing 5. So how many hit points did you have left before you went down?
9, I think.
You may be right.
He
Okay.
stays.
So he stays on his feet.
There you go.
So yeah, if it's resistance 5 against the triggering damage, he only takes 5 points of slashing instead of 10, and that means that he is on 4 hit points and not on 0 hit points, so no death save required. And he does not become further drained because he passed his fortitude save. Never mind. Okay, so he has attack number 3 left.
He's now enfeebled 2 as well, isn't he?
Ah, poor White. He's dead. You break into his house. You start beating him and his friends up. Oh, it's.
Whoa. He started on us, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. I'm just advocating for the dead here.
Did he step outside his house and beat you up then? Or did you break into his house?
We didn't break in, the door was open.
Well, you can't just walk into random people's houses and expect them not to be pissed off.
Yeah, what she said. So, enfeebled. What does it actually do? Status penalty equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attacks, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. So how long is he enfeebled? Enfeebled 2 until the end of his next turn. Okay, so he is enfeebled 2. He has 1 more action left. What kind of attack is his attack? Can I see the breakdown? That is a strength-based attack. So he's not going to do his attack.
Yeah, minus 12s is significant.
Let's see, he's going to do an unarmed fist instead, because that's actually not strength-based. So he swings for Veg with his closed fist. He gets a -3.
And punches himself in the face.
Well, he certainly doesn't manage to punch you, whatever else happens. Okay, so we move on to the skeleton guard here, to the south of Brock. The scimitar comes out again. So he gets a little slice in. Tries a second time. I accidentally didn't put the flat-footed in. Attack 2. Flat-footed, yes. Second opponent, no. Ah! So, if only he had a bow and arrow, he could shoot the bear. But he can't do that, so he's just gonna swing his scimitar about. Oh, 0. Impressive. Okay.
I wonder if you can send your GM the bill for the divorce lawyer.
Okay, on to Ardria. I mean, you could send the bill, but you know, it wouldn't get paid.
Let's see then. How about if I... Oh, hello. I'll try first bolt again.
Cool.
Maybe still on this one.
Nothing.
Oh, much better. There we go. So it's not quite a crit, but it is a hit.
Does that get heightened as well?
If yeah, you would have to use a higher level spell slot, I think. Is that right?
Or a cantrip?
It's a cantrip, so that is automatically heightened then, isn't it? So, roll us an extra d4.
Oh. Just one.
Yes.
Mm.
Just one.
Just one.
So that is 7 points of piercing damage. So your bolt crashes into him. He is beginning to look rather feeble. Quite apart from being enfeebled, he is also very badly damaged. You can see that his ribs are all pointing out in different directions as if his rib cage has burst open, and his
Does
spine's
that
a
mean I
bit
could
out of
steal one
alignment.
of his ribs?
Steal a rib!
Oh.
Steal a rib! Try and steal a rib!
You guys really want to steal these guys' bits? You can definitely steal their bits when they're down. Stealing them while they're up seems a bit.
That feels more looting than stealing once we kill them. For our own personal conscience of things we've done in the past. That definitely feels more like looting.
Is looting more morally acceptable than stealing?
I mean,
Yeah, pirate.
looting is a kind of stealing, isn't it? I would say looting definitely goes under the theft heading.
Surely that would mean paladins can't loot any corpses. Or champions in this.
Where does it say that? Can
Because
champions
it's
not?
stealing.
They can't steal things.
Well, they're supposed to be on the side of good, aren't they? I feel like looting is like a morally acceptable form of theft.
I'm not sure if looting the dead is generally considered to be, morally acceptable. I mean, in role-playing games, it clearly is, but I mean, in the real world, looting the dead is probably frowned upon
Probably more
quite.
than yeah, true.
Would you like to do anything with your last action?
Oh, yes, please.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm so pleased I managed to hit the monster that I swirl around on the spot, and I am so happy, and I'm admiring how my white dress beautifully swirls around me as well. Yeah, happy Adria.
Very good. Nice flavour
That
there.
looks like a very beautiful and distracting sight that might temporarily distract the skeleton that's about to hit me. Who knows? Maybe he's so mesmerized he forgets that we're in a fight. No?
I'm like,
That's
yay!
interesting. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the skills that Ardri has got and see whether such a thing is possible. Ardria has performance and deception, but it's more of a performance thing, if anything.
A good roll performance.
Give us a performance roll, just for fun.
So distracted he misses his turn.
That's quite a good roll.
That's a good roll.
Okay, against his will, Skeleton Guard number 3 is slightly distracted by Ardria's little happy dance. So on his turn, I am going to give him a -2 circumstance penalty to his first attack against Lolry.
Thanks, Audria.
Nice one. High five.
There we go. So that is included in the formula because I used the hit bonus box. It wouldn't. It didn't save you, but it made him miss by slightly more. He's going to attempt a second one of those.
Net 20. Oh no! Yay! Ooh.
And the scimitar swings for a third time. Because I don't really know what else to do with these guys. Okay. Oh wow, that was the best roll yet. That was an 18. So he got a 12, a 16, and an 18. But due to plunging attack penalties. Okay, on to Feg.
Can I shout just randomly out of the blue, healing potion to the room? To no one's. I just have like a tick that I sometimes say it really loudly.
Well, Feg only has 2 actions due to being slowed.
Can I stick my tongue out at the white beneath me as one?
Well, I would say sticking your tongue out is probably a free action. You can do that.
Alright, can I kick him in the leg really hard?
You can certainly try. So give us an unarmed strike. He is flat-footed. So that's one action. What are you going to do with the second one?
Can I raise my shield?
I don't think you've got a shield. That's the problem.
Oh, you definitely had one.
It broke,
Oh, it
didn't it?
broke.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, you've got a shield, but it's broken.
That's a problem. Can I punch him then?
Yep. Same as last time.
Can Lowry roll her eyes, please?
She certainly can.
Exasperated.
I still
child.
did it.
Wow.
So, before I do what I'm just about to do,
Oh,
tell me
no.
how Feg does this.
Massive wind up that you can see coming.
Why
And then
yada?
Yeah, and then just punches him square in the middle of the nose, bridge of the nose between the eyes.
Okay. So, as you punch him in the face, his body begins to disintegrate, finally releasing his wretched, evil soul from his body, but in a in an act of final spite, for that is the name of the attack, and I need to push that button to make it actually appear in the chat. There we go. He makes a strike, but before being destroyed, he will not get any extra hit points from doing that, but he will certainly try to get you one last time before he shifts off into the void.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
it's a double KO.
I'll take that.
So Feg and the White take each other out. Then we are on to Lulry. I mean, it was quite epic taking the guy out by punching him.
That's true, but Lowry still feels slightly justified in her actions of rolling her eyes, because now Feg's on death saving throws.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to try and stab him. I've got nothing else. I've tried to be creative.
You could try and disarm him again, and then you would have his Then you might have his
Let's
scimitar.
try that. Let's try that again. Let's go for another. It's athletics, isn't it? We do athletics.
Yep.
Let's see. What did that do?
13. No.
Oh no, he's got to do against it, isn't he? But probably no, because the last one was higher.
Yep. So 13 is a fail, but worth a try. That counts as
Okay.
attack 1 technically, so this will
Yeah.
be.
So, is a melee dagger bludgeon? Is it still stabbing? Pointy?
Both a dagger and a short sword are piercing, I think.
Right. Okay. So no. But, I can't smack him over the head with a torch, can I? So I'm just looking at my options. I'll short sword him.
Cool.
So attack 2. Just a minute. Maybe chip off a little bit. Nope. And if it ain't broke, it's not working. But short sword, attack the. Don't fumble. No fumble. Okay, I missed. So could have gone worse. We're just like he's swishing above my head. I'm swishing above his.
Yep. Okay, on to Brock. What's Brock gonna do? I have a feeling this might be fairly decisive.
I mean, it's going to be fairly cliche, and I'm just going to try and bonk the bony boy.
Bony boy is bonked.
Wonderful. I've got a hammer. It's relatively useful. If you had a hammer in this.
I think if I had a hammer, I
Alright,
might have
morning.
hammer in the morning. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then in the evening as well.
If you had a hammer in this sight of morning, it would be useful. What is my movement these days? 20.
Sounds about right. 20. It's either 20 or 25 for most characters. So yeah, yours is 20.
Plonk. And then see if I can finish off him, which will be attack number 2, and he will be flat-footed. Plonk.
As expected, decisive. So the white is dead. Both skeletons are dead.
He was my sparring buddy.
You know, Feg's on death's door.
I was going to say,
That's
should I
Feg's
go?
That's Feg's fault that Feg is on death's door.
I just
Go
realised that I
battle
should have
against
left you
Feg.
all. I should have left you all in the turn order, but there we go. So we've got.
I was curious how many feet it would let me do. Sorry.
So that was Brock's turn. So Brock was after Lolry. Feg was before.
Me. He was first.
Yeah, Feg was first. Ardria is, I guess, Ardria must have been last, I guess. So, and I'm going to move us on to Brock. Brock just had his turn. He did 3 actions. So I'll move us on to Ardria. I think, what's going on here? Why is it not letting me move? Have I crashed it? I think I've probably crashed the sandbox. There we go. Yeah, this is what happens when you... do such things. There we go. So it is Ardria's turn. I think I was probably supposed to move Feg in the turn order when he went down, but considering that he and the white took each other out at the same time, and it was on Feg's own turn, I think he would probably stay where he is in the turn order, because normally you get moved in the turn order to the place after the thing that just knocked you down. So that it's exactly 1 round after you got smacked that you take your first death save, I think. So that was Brock. So we're on to Ardria. What would Ardria like to do? We're still in the turn order because we have an unconscious party member who will need to take death saves. So we need to resolve that before we come out of it.
I am just going to battle medicine as soon as it's my go.
Cool.
I have a
We're not in
feeling.
battle anymore. Can you do that?
Yeah, it's a single action, and I've got assurance, so it definitely works. So it definitely picks him up.
Cool. Okay, what's Ardria doing?
I have a feeling I have healing potion, but I never really update my inventory, so I can't remember if I do. So I'm pretty sure we had some.
I think you did. But you could attempt a medicine check because you do have proficiency in medicine.
Yeah, I could do that.
So technically that is a fail.
Yeah.
So a treat wounds check. How many? Oh, wait a minute. We're in turn order. So that takes 10 minutes. I've just realised that unless you have battle medicine, we couldn't actually have done that. Sorry, I am forgetting all the things. There might be other things you can do. Do you have a healing spell?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to attempt?
Well, I was going to walk up to him and give him the healing potion.
I'd say save that until he's on his last death saving throw. Could we do that? Because he might get back up. And healing potions are quite hard to come by. They're good in battle. That's a quick way of not dying. But we've got other options
Okay,
currently.
whatever you say. That's fine.
I think. I might be wrong. Am I paying 5
No,
evil?
I don't even know if I have one, so.
I think I've definitely got them in group inventory. But I don't know how we've been working. Like, I'm assuming everyone's got. If we normally we have one each or something.
Yeah, it's fine. As I said, I've got battle medicine and assurance, so I can pick him up. Even if he crit fails the death saving throw.
I'm just throwing this out there. But we could teach Feg a lesson and let him go to death saving throws as long as we stop after the 2. I'm just saying.
So
Well, the last time I was on death saves, I managed to get a fail straight off the bat. So
You've got 3. You're fine.
no, I got
got-
2. I got a critical fail.
Oh yeah, no, that is a good point. then we pour the potion down your throat. So
Right, I'm just looking because I don't think we've had very much in the way of using the death rules. So, yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
immediately
doesn't-
move to the initiative position directly before the turn in which you were reduced to 0 HP. You gain the dying 1 condition. So Feg is... because it's Feg's turn next. So Feg is dying 1. Oh, it doesn't actually let me give you the extra thing, but that's fine. It gives you a whole load of other conditions.
Hmm.
Okay.
Flat-footed, slow, dying, drained, unconscious,
Yep. So all those fun things.
blinded, apparently.
If the damage came from a non-lethal attack or effect, you don't gain the dying condition. No, it definitely wasn't a non-lethal attack. So we need to know what a recovery check is. So when you're dying at the start of each of your turns, you must attempt a flat check with a DC equal to 10 plus your current dying value to see if you get better or worse. This is called a recovery check. The effects of this check are as follows. So, well, I will not read those all out. So you need to roll a d20 against a DC of 11.
to get more than 11.
If you get more than 11, you are probably fine, I think.
No. Can't remember what the thing.
Yay!
19. So, success. Your dying value is reduced by 1. So, your dying value goes from 1 to 0, which means you're not dying anymore. You do, however, as a result of recovering from being dying 1, you become wounded 1, which means that you will be in a worse state if you happen to enter the dying condition again before your wounded condition is removed. So I think slowed was a temporary effect, so we'll take that off. Drained remains until you have rested, I think. You
How do
continue.
we remove the wounded? from Feg?
So I will look it up. So, oops. Archives. I can't type. Archives of Nethys 2E. It's all in the Roll20 thing, so I don't even know why I'm looking on the Archives of Nethys. I just think I prefer the format. I like the format rather than the
Laid out
handout.
better.
It's laid out nicely. So, wounded. Condition wounded. There we go. You lose the dying condition. You become wounded 1. If you already have the wounded condition, when you lose the dying condition, your wounded condition value increases by 1. If you gain the dying condition while wounded, increase your dying condition value by your wounded value. The wounded condition ends if someone successfully restores hit points to you with treat wounds, or if you are restored to full hit points and rest for 10 minutes. Okay, so having treat wounds on you will take away your wounded condition. So I hope I remember this, because this is bound to happen increasingly often.
Why? What have you got in store for us?
Well,
No, he's just going on the assumption that I'm still in the party.
It's arrived this time, Veg.
So on to Lolry. You can attempt to heal him if you like, or you can leave it to Brock.
Can I do? I've got nature. What have I got? I've got natural medicine, which means I can use my nature skill to treat wounds. Can I do that on the bear? Sorry.
Yes, you can.
How do I do that? I don't think I've done it before.
So treat wounds. The basic treat wounds action.
Yeah.
Well, we're still in turn order technically, but we don't have to be anymore because no one's dying. So we can come out of turn order. Basically, you can do treat wounds on the bear. Treat wounds takes 10 minutes.
Cool.
And has a DC of 15 unless you have it at unless you are kind of at a higher level. And
Right.
then you can raise the DC and in an effort to try and get more better results. So that's treat disease, not treat wounds. Why are you showing me treat disease? I don't understand. Why why on earth is treat wounds not the first thing that comes up when you type in the word treat wounds into the compendium? I just don't get it at all.
Because D's before W.
Yeah, but it's not there is what I mean. Medicine brackets
Oh.
wisdom brackets legacy treat disease is there, but treat wounds isn't.
Is it called treat wounds in?
I thought it was
Pathfinder.
called treat wounds. Treat wounds.
Huh.
Yeah, it should absolutely be there. So I just need to check the feat that you use to use nature instead. I'm guessing all you do is substitute the there it is. You can apply natural cures to heal your allies. You can use nature instead of medicine to treat wounds. If you're in the wilderness, you might have easier access to fresh ingredients, allowing you to gain +2 circumstance bonus to your check to treat wounds using nature, subject to the GM's discretion. You are not out in nature, so no bonuses. In theory, we should probably be tracking uses of healer kits, but I can't be bothered. So give us a nature check. If you beat 15, then you can have 2d8 hit points back.
Nature.
Very good.
19.
Okay, so roll 2d8, and that is the amount of hit points that Captain Fuzzyballs gets back.
Did you use a healing crystal?
Huh?
Did you use a healing crystal?
I didn't use a healing crystal, no.
What's a healing crystal?
I don't have any healing crystal.
It was a joke about homeopathy.
I see.
Look.
Natural medicine.
Crystals are pretty, alright? Whether they do what they say they do, it doesn't matter. They're still pretty.
I'm not denying that.
I've got a salt lamp. Anyway, so he gets 13 back.
I
What's that
have
put him at?
already added them on.
So what is he
23
down
steps.
to? He's at
24 steps.
23.
Yep.
So, okay. We need a little bit more healing. Well, what is the plan? What are we doing? After, obviously, we give Feg some hit points.
We're going to pick up Feg, and then I imagine we spend half an hour and I can heal everyone up a bit.
Well, Feg is picked up. He just needs some hit points back. He's not dying anymore.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
just
dying anymore.
wounded.
So you have assurance, don't you? Which means you can automatically get 15, doesn't it?
Medicine check.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We can automatically get 17.
so let's roll some healing for Fag, and we'll give him some hit points back.
2d8, is it?
Yeah. 12. There we go. So Fag is on 12 hit points. He does not look good, but he is.
Didn't anyway.
I mean, he wasn't going to win any prizes, but he certainly does not look better today. There we go. So everyone is conscious. We can kind of advance time a little bit if you want to.
Is this a safe place to rest, do we think? Have you explored further down the corridor?
No one
Can we
has
shut that
as
door?
yet.
Did we come in at the north or the south?
It came in from the south.
Okay, so that door at the top. We haven't
think-
gone that way. Can that door be shut?
That is a good question. So there's no box text. That should clearly be box text because it's descriptive, but okay, so this is the barrow entry. Light pours into this wide stone chamber from the opening in the hillside. Thick mats of spiderwebs cluster in the chamber's corners, and the walls bear crude carvings of human soldiers standing at attention between shallow niches. A passageway deeper into the hill has an emblem above it, an open hand with a star on the palm. And that is this doorway here. It's kind of a big heavy stone doorway.
Can I see if I can remember what that star and an open palm thing means?
I was about to ask, did anyone do an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can
Or a religion check, sorry.
you can give us a recall knowledge check.
I have crap. I have nothing. I have no Arcana, no
Maybe a religion check?
occultism. I can give Underworld. Would it be Underworld?
Veg remembers nothing.
I've got nothing that I could look at.
So, right, where is the table for setting difficulty classes? Okay, I'm going to call that a pass. So that is a success, but not a critical success. Well, there's not much to know. This is just kind of a bit of local lore, really. So, Baroque recalls knowing something about the local history of Otari, or this region anyway. Long before Otari's founding, there was a vicious warlord named Castin Starhand, and this appears to be his emblem.
Mm.
Cool.
And I think, yeah, that's probably all there is to know at the moment.
So,
Do we try and close that door and rest here?
I think it's just an archway, not a door.
It's got a door on it. Or is that where something came out of?
I don't know if that's a door or just a bench or a...
Hmm. Well, can we rest? It's not really, it doesn't feel like it's that particularly safe to rest here, does it?
We don't need to rest. Every 10 minutes I can do lay on hands, which is 12 hit points.
We just hang out here for a bit.
For about an hour.
Let's hang out with some dead bodies for an hour then.
You can do some bodies.
That's a point.
I was
Loot
gonna
their
say,
bodies. Loot their bodies.
Loot their bodies. Loot their bodies.
Okay.
If we're just resting, so will we all just gain, I'm guessing we're not proper resting. where we would gain. We're not doing the rest where we naturally gain hit points.
No.
Right. Okay, that's what I was checking.
But if we rest for an hour, every 10 minutes I can cast Lay on Hands, which means I can cast it 6 times in an hour. So I could do 1 for Captain Fuzzy Paws, at least 2 for me and 2 for Feg. And then I can either keep the other point for later in the dungeon, or I can do something else.
I also need hit points. Not many, but I took some damage.
Well, should we make it an hour and a half and put everyone on full?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So that would be 9 sets of 10 minutes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And that would be
12 a pop. 1 for Captain Fuzzy Paws, puts him 1 off of full. 1 for Longry.
So
3 for me. 3 for Feg.
2, 3, 4 in total. 5 left. It doesn't overcharge you, does it? So
I was going to
1,
save
2,
one of the
3,
last
4,
points.
5.
Well, we'll know if it's gone wrong if Feg suddenly got 120 hit points.
6, 7.
Can I try and save the last one?
Yep. So you can either give. There's 2 left out of 9, so you've done 7 out of 9. You can either give some healing to Ardria, who is not very beaten up, or you can give 1 more to Feg. That will
How many
actually.
is each one?
Well.
Doesn't Feg need to be full to get rid of his wounded?
Feg's wounded is now cured.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I didn't know if he needed to be like full hit points before it went away.
No, I don't think so. So he's no longer wounded. He is still drained.
Do we know how to get rid of Drain? Does
Rest.
Ardria get rid of Drain? Oh yeah, rest.
Oh God, Rena. Sorry.
Yeah, you need a full night's rest to reduce your drained by 1. Both Feg and Ardria are 5 points from full hit points. So
Well,
how many focus points can you have at one go now? Is it still just 1?
I don't know.
I think on your spells page it'll tell you how many you've got in theory.
I mean, it says maximum 1.
Yeah. I'm assuming that automatically increases as you go up, but you have at least 1 focus point. You could apply 1 more to either Ardria or Feg, and that would give them full hit points.
So have I got 1 focus point left, or technically 2?
Technically
I
2.
Yeah, there we go. Then I'll use it on Feg because he has a habit of dying more.
Cool. Yeah, Ardria can stand at the back and can't throw phase bolts.
And as well, I'm pretty dressed.
This is
Yeah,
true.
very useful.
Very effective.
So, let me very quickly check to see if there is any treasure to be found. So their equipment is rotted and probably completely useless in your hands. So the scimitars are all kind of corroded and nasty, and their armour is all rotten. Yeah, unless you want a horrible conversation piece in the form of a dead person's head, then I think you're out of luck when it comes to treasure in this chamber.
Cool.
Do we get experience?
That you do. So
Can I pick up the the white that I punched. Can I have a look at his head?
It
He
pretty
turned into
much
dust.
it disintegrated when you punched him in the face.
Oh, okay.
You've probably breathed in a fair amount of the fallen skull.
Yep, he's in your lungs. He'll always be with you.
That's what killed you.
So
His final revenge. Suffocation.
you guys are level 3.
COPD.
So let's see what level these guys were. Now, when the PCs face direct opposition such as a fight or a solid social conflict, XP earned is based on the level of the challenge the party overcame. Characters can also gain XP from exploration. So, something has just occurred to me. Because adversary level -4, -3, -2, -1 party level +1, 2, 3 and 4. So is that the encounter difficulty, which has a number, or is it the individual creatures? I think it must be the individual creatures. That's how I've always done it before, but I've just noticed the encounters are all coded. So you're going to get a 40 for killing a white. Wow, that guy's -1. So 3 down to -1 is -4, so you get 10 XP each for the skeletons. So that is a total of 80.
What should our total be now?
238 then.
I've got 238.
Well, somebody didn't up mine because I was on 60 something, so. 238. Cool.
Cool. Okay then, so what I'm going to do... Oh, those guys did have bows. You moron.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I was only really joking about them shooting the bear. That was just me being a
But you
mischievous
could
GM.
have shot the bear.
I could have shot the bear, but actually, if you try to shoot a ranged weapon whilst in melee, I think that probably provokes attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. They'd have to drop their weapons as well.
True. Right. So we are we're past the halfway point. So let's have a little break and then come back to it in about 10 minutes. So let's come back a little bit after 9:30.
Okay, see you then.
See you in a bit. Let's go back to the main room. And here comes Gareth. He's back in the room too. With his posh background. And yes, so you have all had a nice rest and you all feel splendid. Except for Feg, who still feels a bit drained. But what would you like to do next?
So you guys just came in from down here last session, and so you've only done this room.
I think so, yeah.
So do we know where what this place is? Was there a sign outside or?
No, there was the basket that was picking all the mushrooms scattered on the floor, and the door was open.
Did you pick up the mushrooms that were scattered on the floor?
I think we did.
Yeah, it was like
So we-
a basket of mushrooms that someone had obviously painstakingly collected, and they had been kind of dropped at the door. I seem to think.
Yeah.
So that's one quest completed. We just got to take it back. So let's keep. Should we go further in?
Yeah. Do you want to try and sneak ahead and scout, or we just sort of Leroy Jenkins this shit?
I'm happy to go be sneaky.
Go sneaky sneak
Should I go sneaky sneak? Okay, I shall
before the
go.
door inspector gets in there.
Okay, right. So come on, Bear. Well, Bear will come to the door, but not come with me. So I am sneak. Hang on, has Feg already gone ahead?
Well, he's
No, he's only just in front of you.
Oh,
only,
okay.
yeah, he's only slightly ahead.
I'm gonna squeeze past Feg, and I'm gonna sneak. I'm sneaky behind this pillar.
Okay, let me tell you about this room, but also give me a stealth roll, please.
Yeah.
Um,
Next character.
there we go.
18.
Okay, so I should get into the habit of that. It's this is some. I'm very much in two minds about this, but in theory, things like stealth checks I'm supposed to do for you, so that you don't know how well you've done, which I think is quite a good idea.
Oh.
But it kind of takes it out of your hands a bit, and it feels a bit disempowering. I think not being able to do your own roles. So I am very much undecided about that. But allow me to tell you about the room that you have just walked into. This large hall has an opening to the south and east. 6 stout pillars hold up the ceiling, each carved with overlapping symbols of star knives. Sconces flickering with an unnatural green light hang on the smooth stone walls.
What's a star knight?
It is...
Have I missed something?
So a star knife, I'm going to see if I can find a picture of one for you. There might even be one. Is there a picture? Is there a picture? Oh, there is. Okay, so if I copy that image, what happens if I try and... I think the easiest thing to do is to create a handout. Ah, foolish boy. So what I should have done is copy image address. There we go. Copy image address. Star knife, deluded dude.
It sounds cool, wherever it is. Ooh,
There we go. So
it is cool.
that
That's what's inscribed on the pillars.
yeah, something that looks a bit like that. So that is a star knife. It is a melee weapon. I think it might have an Asian sort of flavour.
Like a throwing star.
Well, sort of, but
You
I mean
don't
that.
throw it.
In
Is it
theory,
bigger?
you don't throw that. You kind of hold the handle in the middle, and then you go stabby stabby.
It's bigger than I thought it was. Okay, cool. And is it on every pillar?
So what does it say? Overlapping symbols of star knives. So they're covered in pictures of star knives. So
There's like a pattern.
hold still for a second while I remind myself what it says here.
I was about to say,
So-
can I check for traps and booby traps?
Yeah, let me just very
what
quickly
then?
make sure that you haven't already.
Triggered them, yeah.
Um,
I did think I should have stayed in the doorway. But hey, I took a step in.
So, the opening to the south leads to the area you've just come from. Right. So when did that happen? Okay, well, definitely give us a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. 20.
20. Okay, not bad. Okay, right, I know what I'm doing. So, you walk into the room, and nothing terrible happens.
Do I
Oh, everyone's frozen. Am I still here? I'm
perceive?
still here. I lost your audio then, so
Oh, sorry. I said, do I perceive any traps or booby traps or anything like that?
so you do not perceive any traps at this time. There should in fact be a door here. It currently stands open. So there
I
we go.
lost you completely then. I heard I should in fact, and then you went.
Yep.
Might be
So
our internet.
No, I had that too.
I had the same
Oh, okay.
problem with Gareth earlier, so I'm not sure what's causing the problem, but it may be Discord related because everything is fine with Roll20 and come on brain. Everything is fine with Roll20 and with OBS and all that, so that's all working. It's just for some reason we keep getting some sort of interference. No idea what that is, but let's carry on and hope for the best. So there are doors, and I have put the doors in. Luckily, the fact that the door was open did not cause you any problems at the time. So there are these pillars, and everyone's frozen again.
Okay.
So something, I think this may be, when it freezes, my music stops as well.
So it could be Discord.
Yeah, because the music's coming through Discord, isn't it? I was thinking,
Yeah.
maybe it's happening on my computer, but I think it is something to do with Discord.
It may just do a load of updates earlier, so maybe it's something to do with the new updates.
Yeah, it took ages to do the updates for me the other day. It was like, 15 updates or something. But yeah, okay. So what would you like to do? You're in the room. There are kind of star knife symbols overlapping on these columns. You
And
cannot
say-
see any traps at the moment.
I'm going to say it feels like a trap. I can't see any traps, but there's 6 pillars, and just but it seems like an empty room with a door and 6 pillars. The pillars have this weird symbol on them, and I kind of show the symbol to them. The symbol feels like a trap. What do you want to do? Talking to you guys. I poke Brock and Feg because they're not responding.
And it's frozen again.
And see if I can see any traps.
Okay, I literally just took one step inside the door and tried to have a look.
Okay, then I will stand in the same place. And I will perceive.
Oh, he is a perceptive chap, isn't he?
He's in a dwarf. He's used to being underground.
Cool. So, Baroque with his incredible perceptiveness notices that it's frozen again. I imagine you probably lost me for a second just then.
Yeah, we got notices and
Yep. Okay, I don't know what's causing this, but it's rapidly becoming annoying. So, I'm not sure what to do about it. I guess we just carry on for now because we're,
yeah.
you know, we're like 10 minutes out, 10 or 15 minutes out from awards. So we might as well muddle through today. Muddle through today and hope for the best for next time. Lost you again. That must have been like 5 whole seconds that time. So I'm wondering, is this happening on my computer or is this happening? Can you guys hear each other when it all freezes up for me?
I can't hear anything.
I wonder. Anyway, well, let's attempt to move things forward. So, Baroque notices what appeared to be little sparks of what appears to be magical energy moving around these pillars.
Could I attempt to identify what the signs mean?
Possibly. So yeah, Feg notices magical. What's its reverberating? Brock. What did I say? Feg. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all about Feg.
Feg's dribbling on his feet. I mean,
Yep. Feg's dribbling on his feet. Brock has noticed magical energies reverberating between the pillars. Ardria wants to see if she can identify the symbols.
Or something. I have occultism.
Occultism. Okay. I mean, you can give it a try. I think this would probably be a recall knowledge check.
I don't have that.
Well, no, that is an action that you can perform with a skill you are proficient in. So if you do an occultism check, then you can use that to recall knowledge. Okay, 18. That's not too bad. 18 from a natural 7. Okay.
She's good.
Yeah, she's quite skilled in such matters. This does not appear to be an occult thing. They are symbols depicting a relatively well-known weapon, which you might recognise. It doesn't appear to be an occult thing. Oh, they can be thrown short distances.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything can be thrown short distances, really, can it?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. I mean, almost everything, given enough strength and the will to do so, almost anything can be yeeted.
Well, I'll shout back to the others and say we found there's some sort of magic sparkling between the pillars. I don't really know what it is. So let's stay away from the pillars. And a plan?
Good plan.
And I'm going to move square by square. Boop.
Okay, what's everyone else doing while Brock is carefully, softly, making his way through? I just realised I need to put Brock on not bloodied.
I'm going to stand in the doorway and watch what happens to Brock,
Okay.
but not actually in the room.
So, what's Captain Fuzzy Paws doing?
He is just behind me in the corridor.
Okay, what about Ardria?
I'll just wait and see what they come back with.
Okay, cool. So, advance, if you wish.
I will slowly advance. shield raised.
Okay. Okay, hold it there for a sec. So, as you pass the central pair of pillars, something appears to happen.
Door shuts.
Indeed. In fact, both sets of doors shut.
Oh, the one on the other side of this building.
Yeah, there's one
room.
on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah.
As that happens... ooh. Okay, so let me make sure I've got this right. Both doors leading out of the room slam shut and lock. You notice, I'd say Brock notices because he's very perceptive, one of the star knife carvings glows with light and detaches from a nearby pillar, flying outwards. Can everybody please roll initiative?
Oh. Oops. I was on Captain Fuzzy Paws, sorry.
That's okay. Well,
And I
everyone...
clicked
does he have his own initiative
initiative.
count? He doesn't,
I
does he?
don't
So,
know. I don't know. Just ignore him.
so I've taken
Sorry.
out... That's alright. So, 1d20. Okay, and I need to add a thing. Is that a single word? It's a single word, you know. Okay, let's get everyone in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wherever everyone's in. And something happens before this turn order gets going. So I am going to randomly decide who in this target-rich environment is about to guess who.
I wonder.
No, Captain Fuzzy Paws.
So I decided that he would not be targeted because he is behind Lowry. So I did 1 to 3, left to right.
Okay.
So Feg,
Surprise, surprise.
yeah, yeah. So Feg may be about to enjoy
Some unpleasantness.
some Star Knife related fun. So
Yeah.
where is it? Okay. Oh, okay. That's a big number. I'm gonna. Holy mother. Okay.
Points damage.
That's not the damage. That's
Oh,
the roll to hit. So this is a star knife detaching itself from a pillar and hurtling towards Feg. So
Can I use acrobatics to avoid it?
no. So trying to think, is there a second? This is basically an attack, and it has beaten your armor class. If you had been perhaps doing cartwheels or making evasive maneuvers on your way through, then I might have given you an armor class bonus. But I just rolled a natural 20, so even if it had been a much lower to hit roll, it would be different. It would be different. Come on, words. Use your words, John. It would still have been a hit regardless. So I'm about to attempt a formula. I don't know if you can use parenthesis in the mathematical functions of the chat. I'm going to assume probably not. There's one rule I need to check, because not everything doubles. Right, I'm going to turn off new compendium. That's going to make my page reload. And then maybe if I type something in the chat, it will actually find it. No. Archives of Nethys it is. Okay. On a critical hit, the weapon adds a weapon damage die of the listed size. Roll this after doubling the weapon's damage. Okay. I thought that might be the case. So you're not going to be spanked quite as hard as you might have been, but a spanking you shall have. Right, we roll this number here. And we double it. And then we add that. So 14 plus 4, 18. So we are going to have 18 points of damage for Feg. So this is a magic star knife flying out of the ether and slashing Feg to ribbons. Okay, changing that did not make any difference. So I'm going to turn it back on again. Then I'm going to try and find my handout. It's not Fishing for Adventure. We did Fishing for Adventure. This is the second one that shall remain nameless, because the name of the adventure basically tells you everything you need to know about the adventure, which is really
The
stupid.
adventure called Star Knives Fuck You Up.
No,
No. There's hope then.
there is indeed hope. So 18 points of damage from a flying star knife, which basically yeah, went straight into Feg. Oh. Okay. Right. For each of its actions on its turn. Right. Okay. Right. Cool. Right. We have it now. We've got it. We've got it. The GM knows what he's doing. Sort of. I'm afraid we're not going to finish this fight today. Or this event. Okay. It is now Lolry's turn. What would Lolry like to do?
So, did the star knife throw? Like, did it? I witnessed it, obviously.
Yep.
So, did it come flying out and target Feg, or was it just he walked into the line of its path?
That's interesting. Give us a perception roll to see whether you can ascertain that.
Oh, okay. I don't have very good perception. So, 19.
Okay, 19. That's pretty good. So it looked to you as if it headed straight for Feg.
Right.
I mean, it
So
didn't.
it's
It didn't. You know, weave its way through the air towards him, but it looked like. It looked like it shot at him.
aimed at him. And where did it go afterwards? Is it still in Feg?
I would say it's probably embedded in Feg's shoulder or some other body part.
So Feg's got himself a star knife.
I mean, it's stuck in him, but he's got one.
Get it out and use it. No, don't do that. Never remove it from the wound. Okay. So it's not necessarily, it's a trigger thing, but it's not necessarily, so crawling isn't going to help. And also it doesn't mean the bear is safe if I leave him behind. First things, I'm going to shout through the very thick stone door as loud as I can, and let Ardria know what's going on, if she can hear me. So she has a vague idea of what's happening on this side of the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that there's enough enough gap under the door that your voice will carry.
Hear it.
You could try and pick the door so that we could get out of here.
It's a stone door. Does it have a lock?
It must have some sort of lock because it seems to be
It's a
locked in
lock.
position. But what kind
Would
of
that
lock?
be thievery? Is it thievery that is lock picking?
One would use thievery for lock picking. Yes.
Oh, okay. Can I try and pick the lock
So
to see? Can we get some way out? Sorry, 2 seconds.
I could do thievery.
yeah, you both have the power of sneaky thieveriness, but
That's good.
there does not appear to be. Oh, hold on. Right. There does not appear to be a lock for you to pick. Not that you can see.
I thought. Okay, so. Right. How do you fight an invisible enemy? Like, it feels. Even if we get to the other door, it's locked. I'm safe in a corridor. Well, not safe. Safer in a corridor. And Captain Fuzzy Paws is behind me. What's Captain Fuzzy Paws? Is he. Sorry, I have no idea. Has he got any special abilities that could get, like, he's 7 acrobatics? Could I cartwheel? What is my acrobatics? I've got quite good acrobatics. I've got proficiency in acrobatics and athletics. Can I cartwheel to the other door?
You could definitely try that. I tell you what,
No.
hold that
Forward roll.
thought. Hold
Okay.
that thought because we are quite near the end of our
Towards the end.
time slot. So
And it-
I'm going to write a little note in the chat saying Lowry considering
maybe cartwheeling, forward rolling,
Yep.
like a
or-
tumble.
Yeah.
Smaller object to hit. Might have more of a chance of missing it, but if it's homing, there's no chance.
Lowry considering cartwheeling or forward rolling across the chamber to make her a harder target. There we go. So I'll put that in the chat so that we can look at that next time. Let's do some awards. I don't know whether we'll be able to award a full set, but we can certainly give it a go. There we go. And do I have a thing to make? I've got a button to make the awards appear. That needs to be at the top. Why is that not at the top? For some reason it is going through the slideshow. And I need to make it stop doing that so that I can start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning, you. Oh, it's set to loop. Right, I don't want it to loop. I don't want it to randomize. I just want it to start from the beginning. There it is. Oops. Right. And then I need to make Gareth invisible. Cha-ching. Because that way I can change the Discord channel. So, awards 2024 on the 17th of January. We have some awards to award. The first one, of course, is First Blood for the first person in the session to do some damage.
I didn't technically do damage to that skeleton by poking him, did I? Because it said I did damage, but we don't do piercing damage, so it doesn't count. Is that right?
So it had damage resistance, which negated your damage. So
Okay, that wasn't me.
I'm going to try and show it on one page, and then is the timestamp on? I keep turning the timestamp on, and it never seems to do it. Let's turn the timestamp on again. Text chat options, enable chat timestamps. So there are timestamps in the main chat, but when I use the chat log to go back through things, so I need to find the bit of this that actually started with this session. Was that the first thing today? No,
It was
that
me hitting skeleton.
That was the first
Or
thing
attempting
that
to hit
happened.
skeleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Chill Touch wasn't this week. Lolry slashes Skeleton Girl with short sword. Okay, so
It's whatever happened, the first damage after that.
first damage after that was a crit from Brock. So,
There we go.
first blood from Brock. I think that the first kill was in fact Feg, because
I think the first kill was the white, actually, who killed Feg. Oh no, Feg killed him to kill him. Yeah, you're right, it's Feg.
Yeah, so Feg killed him, but he took him down in the same stroke. Kill of the week. What was your favourite kill this week then?
I mean, Feg punching the white in the face to kill it.
Yeah, that does it pretty much.
That was pretty good.
Having missed it spectacularly twice.
Yep, that did work pretty well. Okay, well that gives us then Yoink, which...
I think that's Brock.
Yeah, I do.
For killing everything else. And I don't know if it counts, but me and the skeleton just faffing at each other backwards and forwards, and Brock just coming over and smacking it. Does that count?
I think that can count. That can count if we want it to count. So...
Yeah.
Fumble of the week.
Is that Feg for dying?
I think it probably is Feg, isn't it? Because Feg actually got
Feg
a
for
fumble.
But also he died, so...
Yeah. Okay then, Pincushion. So, who took the most kicking this week?
I wonder.
Feg. Pretty sure it's Feg, yeah.
That's absolutely Feg, isn't it? Okay then, what about the best supporting role? So, who did helpful things today?
I think it's Ardria, because I know that Brock did a lot of healing, and yeah, healing's great, but the spinny dress
Yes.
distraction
Yeah.
was perfect.
That was cool. Okay, yep. Ardria for
Thank you.
for twirling her dress in a tactically significant manner. Role player of the week. So
There's been a
obviously
lot of role.
not many opportunities for role playing.
It's probably going to be Feg then, isn't it, for being very, very in character.
Well, you did make some suboptimal combat choices based on what was happening. So if that's not role playing, I don't know what is. So, okay. How about I have a cunning player, my lord?
I think that's... No. I was going to say Brock for the use of the spell on the thing, the healing spell, but I don't know if that would come under cunning plan or read the damn spell description. Because they're both, I think it fits into both of those categories.
How about his plan going into the room just now?
That's a terrible plan, as we have now established.
That's the point.
Okay, fine. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Brock, for seeing sparkly things and walking towards them before
Around them.
before identifying them.
I can't identify them. I'm a
No,
dwarf.
but we have someone that might be able to.
Ah,
Okay, the read the damn spell description award then.
It's got to be
Brock for
archery,
the-
I would have thought.
I think Brock for the using the healing spell as a weapon. Like that's
Yeah, yeah.
pretty. I know it's very rare that Audrey doesn't get the the damn spell description award, but I think that was a brilliant use of the spell this week. Didn't even know you could do that.
it didn't do a lot of damage.
Well, it's not about the damage necessarily.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
That was quite a good one. So. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm very sorry. We have awarded 10 awards, and we have done our first session of the year at last. So, yay! More of the same next week, hopefully, and all being well, barring catastrophe, no catastrophes allowed. Nobody's allowed any catastrophes.
I'm not here next week.
What? No!
Yeah. Got a meeting.
Got a meeting?
Yeah. It's the only day they could all meet. And I was like, technically you can't meet that day, but...
Oh. Well, assuming we have everybody else, then we should probably make a point of going ahead anyway. We are a little light on bodies. I do have somebody who has expressed an interest in joining us.
Cool.
But I don't think they will want to join kind of mid-adventure. So
They don't want to join in the middle of chaos. Like-
they may I have no idea what that noise is, but I'm going to mute Michaela for a second so that
Okay.
so that we can't hear it anymore.
What if we were to do with the new person, like a one shot that's separate to introduce them to everybody, and then maybe if there's a point in our adventure that they want to come in at, I don't know how much longer this adventure goes on for, but like if there's a bit where we finished a quest and we're about to start a new one or something, if they'd wanted to come in on that.
Yeah, because this Troubles in Otari has 3 chapters, which are pretty much standalone.
Also,
pretty
when we
much-
get to the third.
Say that again?
Oh, so when we get to, because we're in chapter 2 at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah. So we could try and bring them in on chapter 3. Or, now, I mean, here's a thought. So I've not really looked extensively at chapter 3, but I don't know. I feel like perhaps, I know we're still learning the rules a little bit, but after all our experience, this does feel a little bit lightweight for you guys. So I wonder if we should think about moving towards the Abomination Vaults.
Peg has died nearly 3 times.
I mean, he's never actually died.
No, that is true. We haven't killed him, but he's nearly. Like, this is lightweight. I was like, well, Peg does keep nearly dying.
And but he has single-handedly killed a dragon.
I mean, not actually single-handedly. There were
Was that
other
in
people
this
there.
game? That wasn't in. Was it in this game, or was that in the previous game?
There
think that
was a green dragon wormling in Menace under Otari.
Why did I think that was D&D?
Well, there was a
'Cause we
dragon.
also killed a dragon in
There was a
D&D,
dragon in
that's
Lost
why.
Mine of Fandelver as well. So,
Completely forgotten about the dragon.
I mean, it didn't last long. To be fair, I think
Yeah.
he was not having a good day. That dragon.
No.
And I was having a very good one.
Mm. But anyway, we will. I don't know. I mean, as long as we've got 3 players, then we should probably try and go ahead. The danger is that, cancellation is more likely because we don't have too many bodies. But we should try and avoid that and keep going as best we can, and get through troubles in Atari, and then decide what we want to do moving forwards. I've got other adventures other than the Abomination Vault that we can give a go. So
I'm more than happy to go with the flow. Whatever you think's going to be fun.
Yeah, Abomination Vaults is pretty cool. I'm playing it at the moment, and I think that we're probably far enough in that campaign that it would take us a very long time to overtake where we are in that one. So, anyway, I will stop yammering so that we can all get some hard-earned rest and then come back to it again next week. Have a lovely week, everybody, and
You too.
yeah, cheers, and I will catch you all in 7 of your Earth days.
See you next week. Bye.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.